So we have a question in the queue from Jimbo has a question from a couple of hours ago. Um, and Jimbo notes that sentiment is worsening. Is time to get greedy is not the question now. Time to be fearful, that is the question. Is it early 2022 after reaching the peak and rolling down? Um, I think it's an interesting question, and I'll tell you what I believe and what I have gleaned from some of the folks who are smarter about the market than I am. Let me first start by saying that I think 2022 was a very different time. If you go back in 2022, inflation was still much higher and it wasn't going down. Banks were tightening their monetary policy and they weren't lending as much, so you had lower market liquidity. And that was really the start of the Fed raising interest rates, which it did, repeatedly over the course of the next couple of years. So I think comparing this to the beginning of 2022, I don't think that's an apples to apples comparison. I think inflation is lower now, although, we did see a little spike in the most recent reading. I think that monetary policy has changed somewhat. I think consumer spending has held up. I also think that, we've had the benefit of a lot of spending by enterprise companies. And I think we're also seeing, not only the investment here, but companies are generally more profitable than what they were a couple of years ago. So I don't think that we are seeing a peak like we did in early 2022 for all of the reasons I just mentioned. Now, I went and took a look to see what market commentators say. And, keeping in mind that we've had, for instance, the S&P 500 delivered 24% returns in 2023. It delivered 23% returns in 2024. And history is against the S&P delivering another year of 20% plus returns. That said, most of the market commentators that I checked expect for the S&P 500 to be up double digits, low double digits in 2025, fueled by the continuing adoption of AI, fueled by increasing profits from businesses. Now, again, this is what I'm getting from the folks who know more about this than I do. And I generally tend to invest in up markets and down markets. I take the same amount of money from my, paycheck and put it away for investing every month, come what may, with very rare exceptions. So it may not be a time to be greedy, but I don't think it's a time to be fearful either.